Welcome to another episode of Successful Dating, guys. Now, on the previous episode, I made a mention of the word karma. Now, I'm sure ears will prick up just hearing this word, as karma, it seems to be on a bit of a roll these days, doesn't it? Many years ago, it was a word more closely connected to spiritual fanatics and hippies, but the balance seems to have maybe evened out recently and more of an uneven keel, and people out there believe in the significance and meaning of karma without reason to challenge, defend or argue. I'm sure as I'm saying this, there is a viewer right now that may be thinking of karma and how it has played a positive or negative influence in their own lives. I'm going to introduce a word that I feel could be karma's friend and ally, and that's destiny. Now, I think this word, although not as up there as karma, but is slowly climbing up in the ladder of popularity. Don't we think in our quiet moments about our destiny, what our destiny, is about, and what we can create our own destiny and exactly what we want? And if we can't, do we have a destiny we can change? Now, these interesting questions are not ones to blow off, because in reality, it's all about, from what you give is what you get back. So couldn't destiny play an even bigger role in our lives? Because aren't there situations that seem to be bearing so much of a coincidence that one would think it was simply meant to happen? Food for thought. Viewers, this show is for entertainment and recreational purposes only, and you must be at least 18 years old to come onto the show. Our website is www.successfuldating.tv. So check us out, and we would love to have you on our show. Send us through an email and get in touch. Okay, it's caller time.
I've been without a partner for 10 years now, and I'm thinking it might be time to get one, but I'm really not into the dating scene. I was wondering if I should give an ex-boyfriend a call.
Hi there, thanks for your message, and that's a good question. Hey, whatever turns you on and puts a smile on your doll, as I say, go for it. Yeah, you're right sometimes. The whole idea of thinking about dating, having to go out and put a fake smile on to meet people you may just meet once and then you see later. Look, if you're just after to fulfill some urges and you feel comfortable with your ex, there's nothing wrong with that. If the feelings are mutual and a spark still lingers. Nothing wrong with that, girl. So just know where your heart is. Know where your own motives are before you dive into the deep end of the throes of passion. Yeah, go for it. All right, next caller.
Hi guys, my name's Milton. I've got a question. My girlfriend of 3 years wants to start a family and get married. However, I'm not ready yet. I'm 29 and she's 26. Basically what I want to know is, how do I tell her I don't want to settle down yet, nicely, without her thinking I don't want to be with her? Thanks guys.
Well, Milton, what can I say, mate? Bit tricky. What do you not want to commit to? It's been 3 years. You're coming up to a great age of approaching manhood. So what's holding you back? Is it pressure from family? Is it just the pressure? Are you in love? Do you have commitment issues? The long and short of it is, when we are in love, typically, we don't like or want to wait too long. And I reckon 3 years is certainly over ripening that fruit a bit. So what is the underlying reason? Best for you to work out that first. Once that's worked out, the answer should come, and thanks for your call. Okay, viewers, after the break, we shall return to interview a gorgeous, lovely young lady with a lot of spunk and pizzazz. And guess what? This part of the show is, I guess you'll be getting ready for it. We have a lot of wonderful things coming up. So grab yourself something yummy, and we'll see you after these words.
Are you ready? Said, are you ready now? Are you ready? Said, are you ready now?
Thanks for joining us, viewers. We really do appreciate you watching the show. Now, if you haven't had an opportunity or time to check us out here, our details, you can find us at www.successfuldating.tv or on Facebook, and like us. As much as we endeavour to bring you support through our love, we also need you to support us too. Now, we have a lovely lady that has her own views of the world and on being single. So Thanks for joining us, Natalie.
Thanks a lot. Nice to see you.
And yeah, you too.
Yeah.
And I know you've been waiting around for a while, so
That's okay.
thanks
No
again
worries.
for that.
Yeah, no problem.
So, how have you arrived at where you've arrived at today?
I pretty much think it's the way it was mapped out, probably
Yeah.
destiny, I'd say. It just happened, really. So I just started to get distance and then, but it was very painful, don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely over it now. It's been since October, so you get stronger, I think.
Was it, I'm just thinking, like, was it something that took a long time to get over, or like the conclusion actually happened? Because on some things they haven't been not finalised, but the cut off and the finalisation, the conclusion and the wrap up. Did it happen?
Yeah. Just there was times that we broke up, then got back together, and then there was a final time. So and then it's just gone completely gone. Yeah. And there's no traction.
So there's no. Are there any bad feelings, or was there any like horrible experiences, or
I
was
was
it like
very hurt and I struggled, but then it sort of goes away. I think you just got to fight it and ride it, and then a lot of people go back, but I just knew it was over. So it really just I'm happy with it now, but I did find it difficult on times for sure.
In the 8 years, 8 years is a long time, and it is. It's like, and I'm not saying that frivolous. It's like, it could, it's like a marriage. It could be a very long time. So, would you say 8 years would be, were you thinking about marrying this guy? Was it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just adored him. Yeah. And it was just. A
and
good
he was
time.
humorous. You said he was funny.
I like humour.
Yeah.
And
humour's a bit of a, it can be
it's
a bit
better
of
than
a
looks, isn't it?
Yeah, you can sort of like grab a girl in and sort of pull them in.
Very funny, similar humour, very enthusiastic, and always would cheer you up and make you feel good. So,
make you feel good.
Yeah, and it was that kind of thing, and I think that's a real.
And that's
draw
what sort
card.
of brought you in.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like having. I think women like laughing.
Yeah.
Men as well.
And they need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for a guy. Because girls and guys have different traits, but for a guy, if a guy can bring humour into a relationship and make things light, because us women have
angry.
I know it can sort of like neutralise things, and
we hardly fought though either. So
yeah,
that was another
good.
thing. So really quite sad when you look back, but what do you do? It just wasn't meant to be. Obviously.
It wasn't meant to be. Yeah. And I think sometimes things aren't meant to be.
I agree.
They're not, and
sometimes things just cut off.
Yeah.
And
they run their course.
They do, and I think that's what happens. So I saw a psychic. She said to me, "You're not going to be with him," and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Yes, I am." Come on.
When did you see her?
It's about the 4th year. And she said, "You won't be in your future." Yeah. And I just thought, she's a bad psychic. I don't want to pay
Did you say to her, did you go, "Oh, look, you don't know what you're talking about"?
Not really, because I just sort of, she's one of the best. She works with the police. She's one of those ones. And it came true. So there you go.
Wow.
But I don't know. See what happens.
Yeah.
See who's next.
Do you feel like things, are you at peace now with yourself?
I am
Is everything,
now, but it was a
long time.
It's just like, it's like a death really, isn't it? Like you go through grieving and you miss them
and that's the hardest times, isn't it? And they're not just words. Like
it's awful.
You've been crying, and then you're sitting there lonely.
You want to go back.
And then you miss them, and you're mourning them, and you yearn them, and you want them. And relationships suck.
They do.
They can.
It's draining. But then you've got to look at the good times. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got to just go through it, and then.
And learn from it.
And when it's over, it's over. It's hard to go back. It sort of feels different.
Yeah, because you've learnt new things. It's like things have been added onto your personality, so you can't really go back to who you were back then.
Exactly.
Because you're like a newer and improved version of yourself now. Yeah.
And then you go back and it's not the same.
Yeah.
You think so. It just gets to a point where it does break off.
Yeah.
Because people say, "Oh, my marriage broke up," and you think, "Oh, that's weird," and then it's just not meant to be.
Sort of almost, it's like another life, isn't it?
Sad.
In a way.
Life's tough.
Yeah.
And you've got to ride it and go to the next level. And I think you get strength from riding it. A lot of people can't handle those feelings. I can understand why people get really down.
Well, some people, everyone's different, but from what you're saying, like I just heard you when you mentioned that, some people might turn to, like it really affects them to a point where, it almost changes who they are.
Yes.
Like they might turn to, drugs or alcoholism or, like they become really bitter inside or like they don't open up anymore. And that can go on. And before they know it, it's already been 10 or 15 years. And, it's like half their life or a quarter of their life is gone.
But you can't judge because everyone's different, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's sad when it's a tragedy that happens. I think that's really sad. But it does happen, happens more than you'd know.
Yeah.
Then people go and remarry and they don't love the person, they want the other one
Yeah,
back.
from the previous relationship.
Yeah, so, but no, I'm not there. I feel all right, but I'm ready to go. But
Yeah.
I had times when I felt terrible. But we all feel that, don't we?
Yeah.
We feel terrible in relationships. So
Of
you've
course.
got to learn to identify the feelings, I think,
Yeah.
and go
So,
forward.
do you know what you're looking for? What you want now in your next relationship?
Oh, not thinking about it.
You're
Yeah,
you're the
I'm all right.
the plateaued phase where you just
I'm just going to
take
go.
it
I
easy.
just have everyone's got a type. I think you
Yeah.
just go with whoever you like. I
Yeah.
just think it's better.
yeah go with
So-
go with what you feel.
Absolutely. And then I think, sometimes when you've got a type, you can be disappointed. So go against your type, you might have more luck. I just think do the opposite.
Well, you seem to be like a pretty investigative sort of lady. Like, no, that's good because investigative, you
What's that
sort of,
mean?
you like to explore things and you
Yeah.
get curious about things. It's like, oh, what's under there? You just lift
Little
that
bit.
up.
I think you
And-
have to be. If
yeah.
you don't have that, then you get a bit, like you said before, stagnant. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't ever want to become bitter or defeated. That's
Yeah.
what they say in the spiritual. You can't become
Yeah.
bitter and defeated.
Yeah, and that's I think that is actually very
I've
hard.
seen I went on a date and the guy was so bitter about his ex, hated
Yeah.
her. Then he got blind drunk, and I thought, oh God. And he goes, I hate her and hate women. I said, oh, this is not going to work out. And he had a child to her, and I just think she cheated on him or something.
Yeah.
Something really happened.
Something
and he
really,
was
really-
angry.
Yeah.
But they broke up years ago. He hadn't got over it.
Yeah.
So I thought,
Oh.
he was sort of a role model for me. I don't want to go back.
Well,
Toss it in.
at least you've learned. I mean, like you seem to have learned from a lot of things, and you're talking from a place where you've got sunshine, and you've got you're free.
Yeah,
You talk
couldn't
like
have
from a free
interviewed
sort
me
of
2 months
place.
ago. You would have had to get the
Drag it out of
ambulance.
you.
Get an ambulance. No, but I mean, it does take time, like anything, and I feel very sorry for people that are in that.
Yeah.
Felt sorry for myself. Do you know what I mean? But
Well, and time, you can't rush time, can you?
you can come out of it. So that's the positive.
Yeah.
So that'd be my message.
Yeah, I think for the viewers, a lovely lady like Natalie here, I mean, they're really, really good words for the viewers out there that are sitting there and like, I don't want to move and I hate what I've gone through, and it does happen, and it's not to say it's a bad thing, but I think it's really important for people to know that. Just to try something new, just to try to let go, just to try to think, there could be something better out there. And Natalie, you're a really good example and a good person to give that feedback to the viewers.
It's very true, very
Yeah.
honest, and it's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I just know that they can get through it.
Yeah.
So
Take those words on board, viewers.
Yep.
And thank you, Natalie.
Thanks a lot,
It's
Pam.
it's
Good
been
seeing you.
you too. It's
Yeah,
been
excellent.
a lovely time, but a short time as usual.
Oh, that's it.
And all I'm going to say is, maybe we can just try to continue this at a later time down the track.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. But
Good to
thank
see
you very
again.
much
Okay.
for coming. No
Thank
worries.
you.
And thank you, viewers, so much. Okay, we're running off to a short break, and when we run back, we will be continuing on with an interview with a guy. Yes, a guy. They slowly but surely come out of the woodworks. So if there are any guys watching, please refer to our website and contact us and come on. So we're off for a short break, and we'll see you soon.
Are you ready? Said, are you ready now? Are you ready? Said, are you ready now?
Thanks for joining us. As mentioned before the break, we have an interesting sort of character with us today. Now, he has quite a few interests and his own ideas of this whole love business. So, what's going on, Mr. Bold One, in your world?
Yeah, like, I don't know, not much going on. Like, I don't know, when people ask me that question, I'm always like, yeah, same old. Like, I don't know, but basically all I try to do is just, like, get through life with, as less work and as much fun possible.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
It's good to have fun. I mean, life's too short. What's the point of being, serious and doing things that you hate doing? I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people can learn from, just doing what you want, and you got a smile on your face at the end of the day, because you've certainly got a smile.
Yeah, it gets you pretty far, seriously. Like, some of the stuff you get for free when you smile is like ridiculous. Like,
Yeah. But there's not enough smiles in this world, I think.
Yeah.
When a smile can make someone's day worth it, just smiling at them, it's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think
isn't
it's
it?
the institutional aspect of society today. It really takes away a lot of human emotions, just how like institutionalized everything is,
like fixated and bracketed
Yeah.
and
yeah,
caged, and you have to do this and you have to do that.
You gotta
and
wake up, I'm gonna work on a certain dot,
like 9 to 5,
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
Yeah.
Do you like your work? What do you do? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that takes away. a
But
lot.
that's true. I mean, like even in relationships, like one of the first things when a person meets someone, they say, "What do you do?"
Yeah,
Isn't it?
straight away.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
like, how do you feel,
Yeah.
or what's happening, or oh, that's something nice. It's what do you do?
Yeah, I had to re-enroll in uni again, just so like, I can tell mom that I'm doing something and not.
She'll leave you alone.
Yeah, so you just leave me alone. It's actually or something to say when I meet people. Oh no, I'm not a Centrelink mum. I'm a student. Like.
Well, I mean, look, I think it's really like hard, because like there's two sides to the story. There's the judgment side where people do judge, and then there's the other side where you have to judge because you're not really given any information as well. But some people don't really want to spend too much time in, wanting to know about the person. It's like, what do you do? What are you about? What's you? And that's it. It's not like really, the focus isn't on the person. Who you
It's
are.
about the image
Yeah.
of the person instead
Yeah.
of the actual. I've actually had that a lot. Like,
Yeah. So has that been like similar to relationship? What has it been like with you in relationships? Like approaching a girl.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't see like approaching girls as like a hard thing. Like, meeting new people is something that just, if you're an outgoing fun person, you go out all the time, you're gonna meet new people, and like 50% of them are gonna be girls. It's like not that hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the hard part is meeting someone you like, and the even harder part is for them to like you in return. You know what I mean? To be on the same level as that person, and that's
same
that's
page.
that's like destiny. That's fate. That's everything.
So you believe in destiny? And
Yeah,
fate?
yeah, I really do. Like,
Yeah. You don't believe in everything's just happens by coincidence. It's like destiny's part of like a preordained.
Oh no, not that far. Like, I think things happen for a coincidence, but they happen for a reason as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, things
learn
happen
from.
randomly, but I don't know.
They're random reasons.
And you can, it's not like completely random. It's not like the universe just throws a random ball at you to like screw around with you.
Yeah.
It happens, and you
Well,
develop.
there's this saying. I think there's a fine line between coincidence and fate. Like there's a fine line. It's really, really fine.
Yeah.
And I think that fine line could just cross over to destiny.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. But yeah, like
Was it like that with your previous, like the girl that you're with, or the girl that you are with, or?
Well, the last girl, that was actually that was a strange one. That really was strange, because I kind of was going in with it with like evil intentions, and then like
Oh
she
dear.
was-
Evil intentions.
and then she was an awesome person, and I kind of got stuck, and then I didn't really appreciate how awesome of a person she was, and one day she just had to leave, and that was it. Like,
Did you find out in the end, like when she had to leave, like how good she was, or how good it was for you? or-
no, like it was at first I was just still like, up on my own high horse, thinking like, another girl's gonna come along, I'm still asleep. But then it was only like a few months later it really starts to set in how like, special,
How she was?
how special someone can really be.
I think this whole evil thing, that puts a spin on things, but you've kind of,
Oh, well, evil isn't like selfish.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean? That's
yeah.
really, I don't think, oh, actually, yeah, I don't think there's actually evil people in the world. It's just like how people deal with their temptations. You know what I mean?
They deal with the dark
yeah,
side.
Yeah, and it's whether
Yeah.
you let the temptation get the better of you or not. You know what I mean?
Temptation. Yes, temptation is it's a big, very inviting, charismatic thing, isn't it? Okay. Well, you know what? It's coming up to the 50-second quickie time, so we've only got one rule for this. There's questions, and I ask questions, and all you have to do is just say quickie if you can't answer them. So you can handle that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure you
yeah.
can. All right, cool. I've got my heaps of cards here. All right, so the clock is nearly ready. Are we ready to go? It is 50-second quickie clock time, and now the time starts. Now, would you consider yourself a ladies' man?
No.
Master or slave?
Master.
Why?
Because I don't like being a slave, but I just doesn't sound right.
Would you choose a blue pill and stay in the fantasy, or the red pill and I'll
Red
tell
pill.
you the truth?
Yeah, red pill.
The red
Yeah.
pill.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you consider yourself to be a slut?
No.
If you're a movie, what would you be? Porn, romantic comedy, drama, or anime?
Anime.
If you had one superhero ability, what would it be?
Speed.
Ooh, speed. Speed can go a few ways too. So are you a dirty talker? Be honest.
No.
No. Do you have any birthmarks? If so, where is it?
On my back, there's a big one. Massive.
Gorgeous. Okay, I think the time has just stopped with our quickie questions. And we like to know these quickie questions because we can keep asking you more. But I think that's actually just about it for our segment. But yeah, look, if there's any feedback you'd like to get out to the viewers or guys or girls, what would you say? You know, on anything. Anything that you've gone through, any of your thoughts, anything on love, anything on relationships.
Yeah, it's just really hard to meet someone that, you know, well, yeah, it's really, I don't know, there's a lot of difficulty when two people love each other, like, intensely, and, like, you should really appreciate it for what it is before
They go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like before you lose it.
Yeah. Or if you don't appreciate it, it just, you know, it starts to fade away anyway. Like,
Yeah. You sound really poetic.
Not really.
Well, yeah, you do. Aw, he sounds like a poetic and really expressive and deep and meaningful and.
It's the Harry Potter books.
It's the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
it's the Ye books. The Ye's on life. Well, hey, look, thanks for joining us. You've been really cool.
No, thank you for having me.
And we've definitely gone to the red pill, I think, in this interview. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and like all the best, mate, for the future.
Right.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that just about wraps up our interviews and fun-loving times for another episode. And our newest 50-second quickie clock craze. We should really get some kind of challenge going, guys, on who can say 50-second quickie clock the fastest. Look, please go to our website for further information about the show, the interviewees, and our quickie clock. All my love to you, viewers. Take care, and we'll see you for another adventure soon. Bye.